Hey YouTube, it's Natalie. Just coming to you all today. It is exactly 12 days since my VSG surgery in Tijuana, Mexico at ALO Bariatrics. And I just wanted to come and give you guys a quick update on my health and how everything is going so far after surgery. I'm going to do a separate video as well, and just talk about all of my timeline through the whole surgery process, because I took notes and wrote down exactly what happened when it happened, and so I'll make a separate video for that. But this one's just about my health and everything, and I have some notes written down. And so when I started this whole process, this whole thinking of weight loss surgery, and at my what I consider my highest weight, my true highest weight, I was 385 pounds at the beginning of this year. So that was January 2017. And my surgery weight was 345. And so that weight was lost by giving up fast foods first, and then scaling down my portion sizes to smaller plates, and getting in some exercise, like walking, and just I wasn't doing anything super crazy as far as exercise. I was just walking on a couple times a week, and swimming at the gym as well. And so that weight loss was between Lent, so like Ash Wednesday of 2017, and June 19th, 2017. I'm not sure exactly how many days that was. A couple months though. But I was able to lose that first big chunk of weight. So my surgery weight was 345, and that was exactly 12 days ago on June 19th when I had my surgery. That's what I consider day one. And today when I weighed myself, I weighed 333 pounds. And so I have lost 12 pounds since the date of surgery. So roughly 1 pound a day. And I think that's pretty darn good considering I also had my menstrual cycle during this week. So and that's always kind of messes with things. But 12 pounds in 12 days, not bad. Overall, my healing process has been absolutely amazing. This was my first major surgery, and I'm lucky enough where I didn't have any comorbidities and I didn't have any other issues prior to surgery other than just being obese. So I don't have diabetes or anything like that. No other problems, no back problems, no other pain problems really. And so I was like right after surgery, I started kind of coming out of the anesthesia, and the only pain I really had, because we had the pain medication like given to us through our IVs, the only pain that I was really having was kind of in my shoulder up here, and it was from gas. And so I used my Gas-X strips. I took a couple of those, and I was like I guess chewing and sucking on the ice chips, and as soon as I didn't feel dizzy anymore, which was pretty darn fast, I think, because I had surgery. It was, I want to say 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, Mexico time. And then I came out of anesthesia the first time when I really woke up. It was 7 p.m. Mexico time. And then I got up and I started walking around about midnight, 1 a.m. It's like that's when I finally felt alert enough and I didn't feel woozy enough so I could actually stand up and walk around and move around and whatnot. And I walked around for probably about 10 minutes the first time, sat down, fell asleep again, called my mom, got up again a couple hours later and just kept walking. I just kept trying to push myself to walk and walk and walk. And I honestly felt pretty darn good. It was painful a little bit at first trying to get in and out of bed, because you're used to just using your midsection to lift your body up, and you couldn't really do that anymore. You kind of had to figure out a different way to move yourself and get in and out of bed. But the nurses were really awesome, and they were super helpful to help all the patients who are there get up easily without hurting ourselves. Those first couple of days, I had the gauze and tape over my incisions, and the first couple days they changed it for us, and then when I came home, I've been changing my own bandages since then, and they're pretty much healed up. I keep a band-aid on them like when I'm wearing my clothes, just so it's not rubbing up against them, but I do try and give them enough time to just kind of air out as well. And I just follow the doctor's directions, and it looks like everything's healing really, really well. I can see, ooh, my skin scars easily, so I'll definitely have some scarring there. But as soon as I'm completely healed, I'll start using things like bio oil or something like that to try and to reduce as much of the scarring as possible. I ended up with 4 incisions that would be right under the stomach area, above my belly button, but like under the stomach area, and then one right in between my breasts, like where the bottom of my bra would land. And I didn't have any hiatal hernia or anything like that. And honestly, the whole recovery process thus far has been super, super easy. I've had to go out a couple of times and buy extra band-aids and extra gauze just because I only bought a few boxes to begin with. I didn't want to just overload myself with all this gauze and stuff and not need it. And so I've had to go back to the store and buy some more. But honestly, this whole recovery process was super, super easy. I know that other people, if you have other conditions or if you are having like your gallbladder and your hiatal hernia repaired, chances are you'll probably be in a lot more pain than what I've been in. I've definitely been lucky in that fact that I had to have a whole lot more done. But honestly, I can't really compare this to any other surgery. I haven't had any other surgery than my tonsils taken out, and even with that, I bounced back really, really fast. My first week, as far as eating, I didn't really eat anything per se. I was mostly just drinking. I was trying to drink as much water as possible, and just trying to get some chicken broth and some soup down. While I was in Mexico, the hotel that we were staying in supplies you with chicken broth, and then the recovery suite that we were in supplies you with chicken broth. So I had some nourishment to eat while I was there. That's really all I could handle at the time anyways. And then when I came home, I had some soup and some broth lined up. So I just had that, and that was fine for the first full week. The second week, I was able to introduce things like cottage cheese and yogurt, which has been super great because it's loaded with protein, and it's also really, really easy to get down. I've also had some small bites of fish just because it's super, super soft, and it was really, really easy to get down, and it hasn't upset my stomach at all. I haven't tried many dense foods because I don't really feel like my stomach can't handle that stuff yet. I have felt a lot better now that I've actually eaten food. I wasn't really feeling bad before, but just drinking was giving me gas. And so now that I'm able to get some soft foods into me, I feel a lot better. I haven't really felt hunger. I've definitely experienced some mental hunger at times, but my stomach has not been growling. I have not felt hungry. It's like the strangest thing to wake up first thing in the morning, lay there in bed, and not think I'm starving, because I'm not. It's been more than 8 hours since I last ate because I slept a full night, but I don't feel hungry, and it's really great. And so I've been trying to get in a good 3 meals a day, plus water and juice in between. And so in the mornings, I've had my Premier Protein shakes. I've also had some avocado and some egg. For lunch, I've had some cheese. I've had some, like, the cottage cheese and the yogurt, and then in dinner I've had some fish and avocado, things like that. It's just really, really soft foods. Trying to focus on getting in, the protein. So even though the yogurt and the cottage cheese are already packed with protein, I also added a scoop of my Gene Pro to add more protein, so I can make sure that I'm getting enough of that in. And just trying to focus on drinking enough water. That's really, really hard, because before you're used to just being able to quick chug 12 ounces of water, and now you have to sip, and it'll take me a half hour to get through 12 ounces of water if I'm just sipping on the water, and so it takes a lot longer to get it down. I haven't felt sick at all yet. I haven't been pushing myself at all. I bought a baby spoon. a baby spoon set, and I bought from Target a little toddler plate. And so I've been just filling the little small holes with some food, so I haven't been pushing myself at all to eat a lot. And then, excuse me, as soon as I feel the food go down, I've been stopping and I feel satisfied. And then there's been times where I waited a couple hours and just had some more. And that's been working so far for me. This is almost the end of week 2. Monday, today's Friday, Monday will be officially the start of week 3. And so, so far so good. I think my current plan right now is just to continue on soft foods for a while, and maybe at the end of week 3 I might try and introduce things that are a little bit more dense. I tried having a little bit of spice and it didn't quite settle too well in my stomach, so I'm definitely staying away from anything too spicy right now. But I haven't felt nauseous, I haven't thrown up or anything like that, so we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that I can just continue on that process, because I do not want to puke. I really don't want to. I don't want to experience dumping syndrome or anything like that, and so I'm just trying to really take care of myself and be careful. But that's pretty much my update on my health. This whole process going to Mexico was amazing, and I'll talk more about that in my next video. But my recovery has been a dream. Like, nothing has happened, nothing's gone wrong. It's been super easy. I haven't had any issue with leak or anything like that. I haven't had any problems getting my medication down. I haven't had any problems taking my vitamins. I haven't had any aversion to any food yet. So really just so far so good, and we're just gonna keep on trucking along. I'll update you guys again in another week or so, and just update you with my weight loss and how I'm feeling and if anything's really changed. And so we'll just talk to you then. Thanks for watching, guys.